Number 1. The 1968 Ford F-250 Ranger, $6,000, East Fultonham, Ohio. If you're into patina classics with character, soul, and just enough rough edges to keep things interesting, this 1968 Ford F-250 Ranger might be exactly what you're looking for. Listed at $6,000 and located in East Fultonham, Ohio, this old-school bump side was recently brought back to life and is back on the road. It's powered by a 390 V8 mated to a C6 automatic, and while it's not perfect, it is a solid running driver that's already racked up over 400 miles since being revived. Recent maintenance includes a new battery, Edelbrock 1406 carb, new windshield, alternator, fuel and trans filters, plus a fresh oil change. It cruises about 25 to 30 miles daily, turns heads everywhere it goes, and comes with an Indiana title ready to roll. Now let's talk quirks, because it's a 57-year-old truck. And yeah, it leaks some fluids. The tires are dry rotted but hold air, the steering is a little loose, and the brakes pull to the right. The fuel gauge doesn't work, but the seller has a new sending unit and possibly a spare gauge. The horn works, but was disconnected because it got stuck on classic old truck behavior. And while the body's got that killer patina, it also comes with typical bump side rust, including a patch needed on the driver floor, cab mount corners, and inner fenders. As the seller jokes, nothing wrong with the radio, just kidding. It didn't come with one. At the end of the day, this isn't a trailer queen. It's a running, driving piece of Ford history, full of personality and potential. Again, that's a 1968 Ford F-250 Ranger, 390 V8, C6 Auto, freshen up and roadworthy, available now in East Fultonham, Ohio for $6,000. Price a move this week. Number 2. The 1965 Ford F-250, $12,500, Warren, Ohio. Coming in from the dry Southwest and ready to turn heads in the Midwest. This 1965 Ford F-250 stepside is listed at $12,500 in Warren, Ohio, and it's bringing something you don't see often, a true rust-free survivor. That's right. This one came out of New Mexico, which means you're getting clean sheet metal, solid floors, and no Midwest rot to battle with. Under the hood, it's powered by a classic 352 V8, backed by a 4-speed manual transmission, giving you that old-school feel every time you drop it into gear. Whether you want to use it as a daily driver, a weekend cruiser, or a base for a full custom show build, this F-250 has the bones for all three. The 8-foot step side bed gives it that vintage utility look, and the overall stance and body lines are pure mid-60s Ford, bold, squared off, and unmistakably cool. It's hard to find trucks this clean, especially from 1965, without patch panels and years of Bondo work. This one's a time capsule from the desert, now ready for its next chapter. Again, at a 1965 Ford F-250 step side, 352 V8, for speed manual and completely rust-free, available now in Warren, Ohio, for $12,500. Number 3, the 1968 Chevrolet C10, $12,500, Owingsville, Kentucky. If you're in the market for a classic weekend cruiser with a custom twist, check out this 1968 Chevy C10 long bed. Listed at $12,500, or best offer in Owingsville, Kentucky. This one's been a seller's personal weekend truck, and it's not just a driveway ornament. It comfortably cruises at 70 to 80 miles per hour on the interstate, holding its own on longer drives. Under the hood, you've got a 350 small block V8 paired to a turbo 350 automatic transmission with a B&M shifter, giving it a fun and responsive feel. It's rocking standard brakes and manual steering, old school driving with real connection to the road. The body wears driver quality paint, and while it's not perfect, it's got that classic long bed stance and attitude. The floor pans have been replaced, and the bed is solid, minus some wrinkling inside. A few small things need attention. Namely, the speedometer and gas gauge aren't currently working, but there's a long list of new parts already installed. Here's the rundown. New front bumper, new custom seats, new headlights, grille lights, bedside and taillight lenses, plus LED bulbs throughout. You've also got a new chrome ignition piece, glove box insert and button, high gear starter, new mirrors, dome light, rear view mirror, door handles, weather seals, and fresh wheels and tires. It's all been done with care and a custom vision in mind. If you've got a soft spot for vintage Chevy trucks with personality, this one's worth checking out. The seller is open to offers and is also considering trades for pre-72 muscle cars. Again, that's a 1968 Chevy C10 long bed custom, V8 auto, new parts galore, listed at $12,500 in Owingsville, Kentucky. Number 4, the 1970 Ford F1 Custom, $16,500, Champaign, Illinois. Here's a classic shop truck with just the right amount of attitude and reliability to back it up. This 1970 Ford F1 Custom is listed at $16,500 in Champaign, Illinois, and it's got the perfect blend of vintage styling and no-nonsense drivability. Showing just 37,000 miles, this truck is powered by a 302 V8 with mild cam, paired to an automatic transmission, giving it smooth performance and a bit of that old-school rumble. The stance is clean and low, thanks to a subtle drop that gives it the look of a true shop cruiser. It's wearing original green paint, and while it might not be glossy show car fresh, that factory finish has way more story and character. Inside, the truck keeps it classic with a tan interior, giving it a clean, functional, no-frills feel, just how a work truck should be. The best part? It's been a trouble-free driver for the past 3 years. The seller says you can drive it anywhere, and there are no issues to worry about. Title is in hand, and they're ready to talk if you're serious. So, if you're looking for a vintage Ford you can hop in and actually enjoy without spending the next 6 months wrenching, this one's calling your name. Again, that's a 1970 Ford F1 Custom, 302 V8, mild cam, automatic, clean stance, original paint, and 37K miles. Ready to roll in Champaign, Illinois for $16,500. Number 5, the 1989 Chevrolet C1500, $15,000, Branford, Connecticut. If you're looking for a fully restored classic that's ready to cruise, show, or daily, this 1989 Chevy C1500 long bed should be at the top of your list. Priced at $15,000 and located in Branford, Connecticut, this truck is a rare find in excellent condition, and it's got the paperwork to back it up. The odometer reads 111,000 miles, but you wouldn't know it by looking at it. This C1500 has been completely restored from top to bottom, and the seller's got receipts to prove it. It's powered by a classic V8, paired with an automatic transmission, and equipped with ice-cold AC for those summer drives. The stance is lowered just right for a clean, aggressive street look, sitting on a set of 17-inch wheels that complement the truck's sharp red paint, a bold, timeless color choice that really pops. And yes, it comes with a clean title and a verified VIN, so you're good to go on paperwork and registration. Whether you're into the OBS Chevy scene or just want a clean, classic pickup that's been done right, this one checks all the boxes. It's turnkey, rust-free, and ready to show or drive. No wrenching required. Again, that's a 1989 Chevrolet C1500, fully restored, lowered, V8, automatic, cold AIC, clean title, and located in Branford for $15,000. Number 6, the 1971 Ford F-250, $7,800, Clear Spring, Maryland. If you're looking for a classic 3/4 ton truck with big block grunt and daily driver reliability, this 1971 Ford F-250 might just hit the sweet spot. Priced at $7,800 and currently tagged and on the road in Clear Spring, Maryland, this truck is ready to work or cruise, whichever lane you're in. Under the hood, it's packing a 390 V8 big block, paired to a 4-speed manual transmission, and running on two-wheel drive with front disc brakes. This thing is no trailer queen. It's a very solid truck, currently used as a daily driver, and it's been treated to a few key upgrades to keep it rolling strong. You got brand new General Grabber tires all around, sitting on sharp aluminum slot wheels for that period-correct muscle truck stance. There's also a new interstate battery, a spray and bed liner, and a toolbox included at full asking price. Plus, the seller is throwing in the original steel wheels and hubcaps to that factory. Look, if you want to switch it up. Now, it's not a show truck. The body and paint need some attention, and it could use a tune-up, wires, plugs, and a new distributor cap. And though it was originally an automatic, it's been swapped to a manual, adding to the old-school driving experience. But overall, it runs solid, looks tough, and would make an excellent candidate for a full restoration. Or you can just keep enjoying it as is. Again, that's a 1971 Ford F-250, 390 V8, for speed manual, brand new tires, solid frame, and clean utility feel. Available now in Clear Spring, Maryland for $7,800. Number 7. The 1949 Ford F1, $15,890, Naperville, Illinois. If you're looking to get into the classic truck game without dropping big money resto-mod cash, this 1949 Ford F1 might be the perfect place to start. Priced at $15,890, located in Naperville, Illinois. This post-war pickup brings vintage vibes with a reliable modern twist under the hood. It's riding on the original frame and steering, but under the hood, you got a later model Ford 302 V8 paired to an automatic transmission. So it's got modern drivability while keeping that old-school feel alive. The truck runs and drives, making it a great candidate for someone who wants a drivable project they can improve over time. The paint job is amateur, but that's reflected in the price. It's got the bones of solid build and just needs someone with vision to bring it to the next level. Whether you're after a budget-friendly patina cruiser or a base for a full restoration, this one has serious potential. Brought up from Tennessee, so it hasn't spent its life battling Midwest salt, and that makes a big difference when you're shopping for a classic steel. Seller says delivery is available for a fee, and if you're serious, Mark's ready to answer questions. Just give him a call. Again, that's a 1949 Ford F1, 302 V8, automatic trans, original frame, solid runner. Available now in Naperville, Illinois for $15,890. Number 8. The 1972 International 1210, $12,500, Caledonia, Wisconsin. All right, folks, this next one's not your everyday Chevy or Ford. This is a 1972 International Harvester 1210, a true classic from the golden age of hard-nosed American trucks. Listed at $12,500 and located in Caledonia, Wisconsin, this rig is a 2WD long bed powered by a 345 V8 with an automatic transmission, and it's as solid as they come. Originally from Arizona, this truck has only been in Wisconsin for a few years. And get this, the seller says it's only been wet twice. That means what you're looking at is virtually rust-free, with clean windshield corners, fenders, quarters, rockers. All the common problem spots are clean. Fuel tanks were pulled and cleaned 4 years ago and are still shiny steel inside, not corroded relics. The transmission, brake booster, and master cylinder have all been rebuilt, and both the carburetor and distributor are new. This truck has been dialed mechanically. No guesswork, no mystery. They've even used it to pull a small camper around, so it's not just a driveway queen, it's proven. Now they're done camping and passing it along to the next lucky owner. It even comes with some spare parts that are tough to find and not sold separately. The seller's blunt but honest. They're done entertaining scammers or time wasters. If you're serious, you'll be treated right. If not, well, stupid is as stupid does. Their words, not ours. So again, that's a 1972 International 1210, 2WD, 345 V8, auto, Arizona solid body, mechanically sorted. Listed now for $12,500 in Caledonia, Wisconsin. Number 9. The 1989 Chevy pickup, $10,000, for Walton Beach, Florida. If you're looking for something that stands out from the usual square body crowd, check out this 1989 Chevy pickup with a bold aftermarket front end and plenty of muscle under the hood. Listed at $10,000 or best offer, this one got attitude, a little custom flair, and the drivetrain to match. It's powered by a 350 V8, made into a 5-speed manual transmission, giving you control and that classic American rumble. It's also got power steering and power brakes, so while it may look old school, it's easy to drive, even around town or on longer hauls. Inside, it's set up to seat 3, all with seat belts, so it's ready for you and a couple of friends to hit the road. Now, the AC isn't working, so keep that in mind. Might be something to address if you're in a hot climate. But other than that, this truck is said to be a fun ride, and the seller claims you're not likely to see anything else like in the area. It's got a custom look that sets it apart without getting too wild. This isn't a must-sell situation. The owner is just looking to downsize and maybe move into something a little smaller. So if you're serious and you've got a fair offer, they're open to talking. Again, that's a 1989 Chevy pickup, 350 V8, 5-speed manual, custom front end, power steering and brakes, located in Fort Walton Beach for $10,000 or best offer. Number 10, the 1976 Ford Ranger regular cab long bed, $3,500, Deforest, Wisconsin. All right, this next one's got a little history and a whole lot of heart. Meet this 1976 Ford F-100 Ranger, listed at $3,500 and located just outside Portage, Wisconsin. This was the seller's first truck from high school, and while it's definitely a fixer-upper, it runs, it rolls, and it's got that classic long bed stance and a 351 Windsor V8 under the hood. It's a 4-wheel drive rig, and yeah, it's not road-ready just yet, but it fires up with some patience. Just need the idle screw dialed in on that 2-barrel carb. Since owning it, they've already done quite a bit of the hard work. New starter, new brake lines, new fuel pump, new tires, windshield, side mirrors, solenoid, and a battery swap done in March. What it still needs: brakes, exhaust, some floorboard patching, a gas neck leak fix, and there's a fluid drip, likely oil. But let's be honest, you're not looking at this truck because it's perfect. You're looking at it because it's got potential, it's got history, and it's a great project base that already runs and can be loaded onto a trailer. They're pricing it based on comparables, most of which were non-running. This one, it's a step ahead. It's ready for someone who's got a vision and the time to bring it back to life. Again, that's a 1976 Ford F-100 Ranger, 351 Windsor, for WD runs, with several new parts already installed, available now in Deforest, Wisconsin for $3,500. Number 11, the 1966 Ford F-100, $4,000, MILFORD. Up next is a solid vintage project that's already got a head start, a 1966 Ford F-100 with a 352 V8 under the hood and a 3-speed manual on the column, just like they built them back in the day. Priced at $4,000. This one's ready for the right buyer to finish what's already been started. Let's talk about what's been done, and it's a lot. The front end has been upgraded with disc brakes, a new dual master cylinder, rotors, brake lines, kingpins, and front shocks. In the rear, it's got new drums, new tires, and on the engine side, you got a new carburetor and a new aluminum radiator. Mechanically, this truck is well on its way. What's left to do? The electric fans on the radiator need wiring, but the seller is including a new wiring kit for the whole truck, so you're not left hunting for parts. It's a solid foundation whether you're looking to restore it fully, rot it out, or just get it dialed in as a weekend cruiser. This is a cash-only deal, clear title in hand, and the seller's not messing around. No codes, no scammers, no help selling. Just bring your trailer and your plans. So again, that's a 1966 Ford F-100, 352 V8, 3-speed column shift with a bunch of recent upgrades. Available now in MILFORD for $4,000 even. Number 12, The 1989 Ford F-150, $900, Northville, Michigan. All right, here's one for the bargain hunters and project lovers. A 1989 Ford F-150 priced to move at just $900. Located in Northville, Michigan. This old workhorse has been parked for the past 4 years after the brake lines went out, and the owner just never got around to fixing them. What you're getting is a classic 9th Gen F-150, and while it's definitely a project, it's also a blank canvas for someone with a little time and a set of tools. We don't have a full spec list, but based on the year, you're likely looking at either the straight six or a small V8, paired with either a manual or auto transmission. It's all about what you want to do with it. Fix the brakes, check the fluids, maybe drop in a fresh battery, and you've got a solid platform to build from. At under $1,000, it's hard to go wrong. Whether you want a farm truck, a budget off-road beater, or just something to wrench on during weekends. Just remember, it's as is, and you'll definitely need a trailer to haul it home. Again, that a 1989 Ford F-150, non-running due to brake line failure, but full of potential, available now in Northville, Michigan, for just $900. Number 13, the 1976 Ford F-600 dump truck, $3,000, Morris, Illinois. Now here's something a little different. A true heavy-duty 1976 Ford F-600, listed at $3,000 and located in Morris, Illinois. This one's definitely a project truck, but if you've been looking for a vintage dump truck platform, this is your shot. It's got that old-school, industrial charm of the manual transmission, and while it doesn't currently run, the bones are there. It's showing 120,000 miles, and it comes with a clean title, which makes this an even better starting point for someone looking to bring it back to life. The exterior is black, paired with red interior, classic work truck colors, and while it's rough around the edges, this thing has the potential to be turned into a functional hauler, a restoration rig, or even a cool show build for someone who likes big vintage iron. Just keep in mind, this isn't a turnkey truck. It needs mechanical work and probably some electrical TLC, but for the right buy with the tools and time, it could become something pretty special. Again, that a 1976 Ford F-600 dump truck, manual trans, 120K miles, not currently running, clean title in hand, listed at $3,000 in Morris, Illinois.